The Shy Season 5, Episode 2, titled, Oh Girl. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, grinders and grinders? I go by the name of the Black Abstract. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Also, go to my website, prayforbuffalo.com, or you go to iamtrill.com. It's one and the same. You get you some merch. Right here is the Pray for Buffalo jersey tee. They've been moving like hotcakes. I appreciate everybody who's been supporting. So yeah. All right, now let's get into this. Now listen, if you've been following my channel, you kind of know how I feel about the Shy. I thought last season was absolutely horrible. It was trash. This season so far has gotten off to a better foot, but it's still a mess. Cause what they did from the Shy is they took when the departure from Jason Mitchell, they kind of went in the panic mode, and they brought in new characters, and then they tried to make the supporting characters lead characters, and it became like a convoluted mess. So I see they're trying to land their footing a little bit, and they're starting to make the supposed leads again, and then make the supporting characters supporting again, which giving Emmett more screen time, and also giving Keisha a little more screen time. But then they got this ridiculous Tiffany storyline, and they're making this girl look crazy because what the fuck is going on here? I understand she was hurt by Emmett, and somebody said in the comments she was chasing Emmett. I gotta check the earlier season. I don't believe she ever was chasing Emmett. I mean, at one point in time, Emmett was pretty much taking everything down, so a lot of girls would kind of get him to, they was trying to get him to kind of settle down and be good, but he chose Tiff. And then to the objection to everybody, he decided to admit to Tiff that he smashed Dom, and that sent her down a downward spiral of let's have a open relationship or open marriage. Then she didn't want the open marriage anymore. She wanted to kind of just do her own thing, or they both, she wanted to just depart from Emmett now. And I think at this point in time, she's just completely over the relationship. She doesn't want Emmett anymore. And it's kind of the reverse for him. He actually wants to settle down and be with his wife, but she just can't keep him to look past what he did. Or she might have looked past it and got over it, and she just realized, maybe she don't want this. She just wants her freedom. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you can't have your kids, like, you got to separate your hoeing from being a mother and a parent. You can't mix the two. You can't have your kid at some random new guy's house. And I say random new guy because if you haven't known this guy for, I say 6 months to a year, you really don't know this person. You don't really know what he's capable of. And they got my man Iman Shumpert coming in, like the simp of the year. Not even simping, but he's just, I don't know, he's like low-key controlling. He's like, yeah, I just feel like, we don't need no open if I'm doing my job. It's just like, dude, shut your lame ass up. Not Iman the person, but his character. Dude, shut your lame ass up. I just feel like if I'm doing my job, then you don't need that. You could bring him over too. I ain't tripping. Maybe he is a simp. You could bring him over too. I ain't tripping. I'm like, oh my God. So they got her looking crazy this season, and Keisha's just soaking all this game up because we all want to see the Keisha and Emmett reunion. Let's be honest. That's what we really want. That's what we're here for. And it's going to be good to see how it blows up at the end with Tiff and Keisha, because Tiff is feeding Keisha all the information, and she probably thinking in her head, girl, you said you was done with him. I know Keisha gonna use that. Girl, you said you was done with him. We talked about it. You said you didn't want him no more. So I don't know what to tell you. But I think Emmett had a right to be mad. But we see Tiff and Keisha hanging out tight. I kind of like that, but then at the same time, I think she's kind of using that to her advantage. What makes her a shitty person? It already makes her a shitty person. She took a nice guy, used him to get her confidence and her feelings back, and then completely discarded him. That's the marking of a true narcissist. It really is. But I love Keisha. That's one of my favorite characters. Melon and Queen. But she got her shit with her too. I know she's been through a traumatic experience, so I applaud her for even trying to get out there and move on with her kid alone. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy task at all. We see the return of Duda and Quentin and the classic line. What y'all niggas doing in here looking like a Stacey ad? What'd she say? A Stacey Adams ad. Because that's what the shoes is, Stacey Adams. What the hell y'all sitting in my living room looking like a Stacey Adams ad for? Dude, I was crying uncontrollably. We see Trig, or Victor. His name is Victor. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just the way they revealed it, like it was about to be some big reveal. We see that Trig, I'm calling him Trig, I like that name better, and I never will believe that he's really a Trig, because like I said, the man, if you watch my other reviews from last season, or no, when he didn't come last season, he came the season before. The man was doing a home breaking in some white vans. I said, this ain't real. No way this man breaking this, somebody doing a shootout with some white vans on. It's just not how it works. This show is ridiculous. We see they want Trig to run for councilman. He doesn't really want to do it, but they're trying to push him to do it. Tracy's very pushy, she can be. And listen, Tracy has some work done to her body, I know. She definitely got a new body. Because things is where they need to be. That's all I'm going to say. And then we see his man also wants him to run. And he's funny as hell. Sherrod is funny, dude. He's up there serenading to the girl. So they gave him a love interest. They gave him something to do. I believe it's something going on with the girl. It's going to be a plot twist. We'll see. You know, it's never easy for Sherrod. What if the plot twist was his love interest wind up being like a transsexual as well, and he's in the same situation Trig was in? So that'd be funny. I can't say that I really missed Imani, because she was kind of annoying, and she was always doing like reckless shit without listening to Trig. So I can't say I really miss her character too much. But what I heard that happened is that she refused to get the COVID shots. And I think they let her go. So that's just what I heard. That's the word I heard on a grapevine. But yeah, we got Quentin and Duda back. So it's gonna be interesting to see these two. If you don't know, Quentin came back, I believe, the second season. Or no, he was in the first season, if I'm not mistaken. To kind of keep Reg in line and get things straight. Because I think the kid that got shot at the beginning of season 1 was his son, if I'm not mistaken. So he was trying to figure that out. Papa is an asshole. How did they do Papa like that? Papa was always like the heart and soul of the crew, and they kind of villainized him. But I think that was partly because his role was so significantly reduced last season. He might have bitched and complained about it, because they did him bad last season, like really, really bad. I was just like, what's going on here? Like, this is horrible. Oh, man, I could go for some milk and cookies right now. I don't know why I just thought of that, but some cold chocolate chip milk, or some cold milk with some chocolate chip cookies dipping. Oh, I got to get this video done. Anyway, I don't like how they did Papa. But he sends this half-ass apology out, and he's like, all right, I guess I got to be the big person or something. It's just like, Papa, do you not see how you were wrong? First of all, Jake is supposed to be your boy. And he's going through some shit. He lost the tryouts, and you just being an asshole to him. But then you come with this half-ass apology, and it's fucking horrible. At the same time, we see my boy Kev and his girl, and his roommate. They tried to sneak the PlayStation in the school, and they wind up getting caught. And then as they're getting caught, this winds up happening. A sponsor, aka teacher, winds up coming, helping them get out of trouble, and he tells them that he's sponsoring them to play games for some kind of competition, or something. I wasn't really paying attention to that part. It was boring. Jake, mom, shows up out of nowhere. Like, she just pops up out of nowhere randomly. So I'm like, okay, this is good storytelling right here. This is A1 storytelling, because that's who we need to know, who Trig in Jake's mind, because I keep forgetting Trig is actually Jake's brother. I thought he was like his cousin for some reason, but no, that's his actual brother. So it's Trig, Reg, and Jake. But they don't say what really happened to Ray. Like, he doesn't get a mention. If he did, I might have missed it or glossed over. Leave it in the comments for me. Also, the mom was an alcoholic, and I guess she recovered or is recovering. So that was interesting to see as well. And Jake just went with her. He was like, man, I ain't about to put up a fight or nothing. You see the lady in the office trying to like make up, yeah, that is your mom. That's, you should talk to her. That's blah blah blah. Also, we see that Trey has an issue with it right off the bat. He's kind of pissed off, but he agrees to let the mom come over for dinner, and this is going to be, I believe, an integral part of this season. We also see Gemma and Jake make up, and it sucks, but I actually like them. I like seeing those two together. I like seeing them. I think they make a better couple than Kevin and Gemma. I just think that they just balance each other out well. Because Jake is just a tall idiot, and Gemma's a very smart, intelligent female. And, she has to put things to him in a simpler way because he just doesn't get it because he's young, And, once she explains it to him in a certain way she does, he does get it all of a sudden. So I think that's pretty dope. But hey, we got to get back to Sherrod singing Luther Vandross. Excuse me, miss, can I please? I'm like, wow. And then don't forget, Sherrod, whose real name is Jason Weaver, used to actually play young Michael Jackson in the Jackson's American Dream movie. So don't forget that. That's a little tidbit. So he actually can sing in real life. And he did the hook on Chingy's One Call Away. So our boy Sherrod really can sing. So don't sleep on him. You know what I'm saying? We see Emmett gets a call from, or text from, I believe, the school or daycare. Or he just reminded that he was supposed to pick up his son. And he rushes to the daycare or the school, and his son's gone. They said he got picked up by Iman Shumpert's character. And, he rushes over to the house. Tiff isn't answering, obviously. And we see that, Emmett wanted all the smoke. And he saw how tall Iman was. He was like, he's like, you know what? I picked my battles a little wiser. And he decided to back off, but he was still pissed off. And he was like, Iman was like, yo, we on the same team, bruh. And I'm like, he said the same thing. I was like, nigga, I don't know your ass. Like, what do you mean? We ain't on the same team, nigga. You popping the girl out trying to get back. Like, we not on the same team at all. So it's weird because it's like reversed because the way Iman's talking, like, what are we? What do you want to be? Like, couple shit is like, shit. Only the girl. I mean, that's how the girls normally talk. The guy don't normally talk like that. We see Emmett's mom is having some conflicting thoughts about her boyfriend now and Darnell. So she want that old thing back just as much as Darnell wasn't. As we know, last episode they had that kiss, they embraced, and I thought things were about to heat up and be hot and heavy. But she did tell her man, which is, listen, that's what you're supposed to do. That's the adult thing to do. And, he wasn't too thrilled about it, but he understood it. And when him and Emmett were bowling, he explained to her, like, yo, you think I make your mom happy? So he's kind of doubting himself in this relationship. Listen, whenever you got to doubt yourself, fellas, just leave. You know what I'm saying? She's giving too many she's giving signs already. Like, she's not really in it for the long haul, and that's what you feeling or that's on your heart, and she not willing to commit to that, then you gotta let that thing go, man. That's just it. All right, what else we got here? Trey and Duda finally meet up and reunite for the first time in a while, and it's about to be a standoff. It's a battle of the wits. And I think Duda won. No, listen, he was like, listen, if you need my help, blah, 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 I could do this, I could do that. And he winds up reluctantly agreeing to it. He had a bunch of objections, but they told him, like, listen, if you don't do this, all the funding goes away. because I guess Duda was the one funding the nonprofit or whatnot. So we'll see what happens. The mom is sitting on the couch. Emma's mom's sitting on the couch, and OG calls Darnell, and she gets all comfortable and trying to. I'm like, okay, and he puts on his little flirtation, but she tells him that she tells him that she actually told her boyfriend, and he was understanding of it. No, she did tell him that, but he said he was understanding of it, and that he was out bowling. So I'm like, that's crazy, the fact that she did that. But I mean, that's what adults do. She should have told, or just not did it. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens. What else happened? I think that's the majority of the main stuff. Let me know what you guys think about this. Post your comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Peace.